Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to showcase you how we can create a new themes and upload a custom fonts to our SharePoint site. So this is the SharePoint site I have created using all the out-of-the-box component and the new feature that SharePoint has introduced, like flexible layouts, editorial cards, and the hero section carousel. So this is the site I have created for the Mercedes Formula One team. Just a concept. So where I've added the countdown, then there is a events component. This is the image and some of the text box. These are the editorial cards I have used to showcase sustainability, and this is the banner web part actually. So I have customized it a little bit, and at the end we have the images. So let's say if you look at, or you are building any website for a client, so they might have their custom fonts, but earlier we don't have that option in SharePoint to customize those fonts. We can do that, but we have to use the extension, or if we are using any custom solution or custom web part, then we have to import that files. But that's not the best way to do it, because sometimes if there are any updates from the SharePoint, then we have to change in every step or every extension or every web part. So SharePoint has introduced the brand center for us. So there's a setting we need to do before we can see the option. So let me just show you this option where you can see it. So here we can see the site branding. It's a new. So first you have to go to SharePoint admin center. For this you must have the admin permission. Under admin center you go to organization settings. Here we have the brand center. So if you are doing this for the very first time, then you might not see this kind of detail. It just say to create a brand center or create a site. So once you click on that, you will see this one. Then to go to brand center app, or I will just copy this brand guide and I will show you how the site look like. So this is generally for every organization has some branding guidelines, right? So this is the site where to store all the branding guidelines, let's say color themes, their images, their logos, the font families, etc. So this is the site where we can store it. And let's go to the brand center app and let's see how it look like. So if you are using multiple slides, if you are doing for the development purpose, if you want to use a custom font, then you have to upload all the fonts, all the themes here only. Then you will be able to access it on your site directly. You don't have an option like if you have any site, you can directly add the font here. No, you don't have that option. You have to add those fonts here itself. So if I go to the brand center app, I have option to manage my brands and apply your brand. So for now I have the brand fonts. So for the fonts, because I have already built some SharePoint site and working on some development, so I have already added some. So let me show you how you can add the font. So for this we require the font file. So just go to the Google Fonts, and I want to use, let's say, Poppins font. Let me check if I had uploaded or not. Okay, the Poppins is not there. So what I will do, this font I want to use, right? So just click on get font and click on download. So it will download the package for you. We don't have to use the import statement. So just extract the file. And from here, we got all this one. So let me go back to the site. Here we have the upload. So I'll click on upload. Just go to downloads, select everything. So just accept this text one. Make sure, because whenever you download the file, download the font from the Google or any of there is one readme file as well. So make sure you uncheck that and select only the TTF files. Okay. So these fonts I will upload. So you see there is in progress. So let's wait for this to finish. If you refresh the page, then it's going to break. So let's wait for everything to finish. Yes, the fonts uploaded is complete. Let me go back. Here you have option to add color as well. So let's say if I want to create a theme from here only, or if you want to add one color, you can add it and it will directly show you on the sites. But I will not add it. Brand color, I don't want to add it because there are multiple sites and multiple themes I am working on. But yeah, if you want to add this color, these colors will show on the every site. until you add it, not on every site actually. Then we have to apply your brand, and here we have the font package and themes. So what I will do, let's go back to the site. Here I have another font added, so let me show you. If I click on change the look, here I have the font. I have the font Mercedes, and font is Inter actually, and this is the name I have given because there are lots of files, so that's why I kept the Mercedes Inter. This is the font name. This is you can customize. Now what if I want to add some another font? So for this you need to go to settings, click on site branding. So it will open the site branding center for you, and this is the theme I have added. If you want to apply a new theme, what you can do, you can click on new theme. You can set a primary color. So let's say the primary color, I will choose the default teal color of the SharePoint. Text color will be black. Background color I will set as a white. I don't want to do dark theme. I will keep as it is. Accent color I will use this one. And make sure to preview in SharePoint as well. So this is the Fluent UI controls, and here we have the SharePoint. So it will show you how it look like. And enter name of your theme. Let's say I will name my theme as new theme SharePoint, and let me save it. So the new theme get added. Now it's time to add a font package. So I already have the two fonts added here. I will add a new font package. The display font I would like Poppins. So remember I have just added that package font files there, and it will showing up here. So the Poppins I will choose, and for content as well I want Poppins. Then if I click on next, now here you have to customize each and every section. Like for the title, what font you needed, for the content, what font you needed. If you are using multiple fonts, but yeah, for the designs perspective, you should not use more than 2 font families at a time. But in my case, both fonts are Poppins, so it doesn't matter. So for the title I will use this one. And what font family you wanted to apply. So for title it should be bold. For headline as well, let's say it will be black, so it's a little bit more bold than this one. For the body I will use Poppins only, and it will be regular only. And for the interactive also it will be regular. After that you have to give the name. So I will use the AMG Poppins. You can preview in SharePoint as well. So as you can see, this is my Inter font I have added, but this font is saying in Poppins. So let me save it. So you can preview it, how it look like. So let's go back to the site. So currently there is nothing changed. So let me go back to the page. So keep an eye on all the titles, on the description and other things. So it's time to change the theme. Now go to change the look. First we'll change the theme. So the theme I have added this one, new theme SharePoint. So you see it is not a dark theme, though everything is there is a white background. So let's apply it. I know it's not looking good, so this is just for the demo purpose, because this kind of site looks much better in the dark mode only. So go to site, no, sorry, actually not site branding. Click on fonts, and here you see there's a font called AMG Poppins. Okay, I think it got navigated. Okay. So here these fonts are currently set to Inter only, and let's say if I select AMG Poppins, on every thing it will change the font. So if I click on save, so at every place the font is changed. Let me just refresh just to make sure that we have the latest version. Yeah, so you see here, so every title, every content is been changed. If I scroll down, so here also you can see every information is changed. So this is how you can create your own theme. So let's say you are working on a site that has this specific theme, or you would like to create a site for a specific occasion only, and you want to set a theme, you can customize this. So this gives a lot of flexibility. Instead of installing the extension to override the fonts and override the colors of the SharePoint site, because you will might face an issue, because sometimes SharePoint regularly release an update. So let's say there is a change in any class name, it will break the complete structure for you. So I will always recommend you to use these kind of features for changing the site themes and site color. Also, there is a best practice what you can use. If you want to directly use the site colors or site fonts that have you applied in your SPFX code, you can use the variables for it instead of using the CDN files or using the font files in your code directly. I will share that blog also in the description. So how you can use the theme color. So let's say your theme currently it is set to the teal, that's a green version. So every component or every button or text element you will do, it will have that theme from the SharePoint. If you change this to blue, you don't have to change in code. In the code, it will be managed automatically. So it is the best practice to use the theme from the site and the fonts also. So if you have any doubts or any question, feel free to let me know in comments. Thank you.